Cassie, excited? Anything you want to tell everybody?
My advice is if you've never been on a boat or a plane before, do it now.
Mia doesn't have a jacket and I don't have a jacket.
Those two are gonna have to cuddle. We're gonna be cuddling.
Look at the fucking road, it just looks so scary, it looks so ominous. Do the light things so I could show everybody. Oh my god! Finally, we are home in the bush. We've had a long day. Our day started at, well, my day started at like 6 a.m. today. And we were all very exhausted. We went to the boat. Wasn't that rough? Mia vomited. Mia, how was your vomiting experience? Now we are going to switch off and our little adventure together starts tomorrow. So as you can see, I'm not in Tobago. I'm back behind my desk in Trinidad. And that is because I lost all of the footage again. Just joking. Figured that I would do the documentation of Tobago for y'all as a voiceover, because I know that y'all enjoy those kind of overlay video things. So I have like a documentation in my little book of all the things that I did on day 1, day 2, day 3, but pretty much I went to Tobago for 3 days. This is the part that I lost, the video that I lost. We had an intro to us being in Tobago, and it was all Auntie Simon, Mom, Mia, Cassie was swimming in the pool, all of that was going on, and I lost that video. Sorry. But pretty much for that morning, I could sum it up here. So it was kind of a rainy morning, and Mom and Auntie Simon had things to do in the town version in Tobago, which is Scarborough, and they dropped us off at Mount Irvine, and ideally that was like the only beach that we kind of really went to and swam in for a very long time and whatever. But yeah, Mount Irvine, I'll put the location in the video so that you'll know where I'm talking about. Yeah, we had most of our day on Mount Irvine Beach with Cassie, Mia and I. They kind of dropped us off there and they did their thing in Scarborough. We saw a beached boat. That was pretty cool. I put my head through the boat. Yeah, I'll show you all the video. Looked like I was decapitated. And then we had some lunch. Cassie did a little review of the lunch. I secretly think that Cassie does want to have a YouTube a YouTube channel of herself, for herself, because she enjoys it, and I've seen her make videos of herself, like introducing certain things. I want to show this off, but yeah, that's Cassie. So she gave us a little deep dive into the fries that we had.
If you ever come to Tobago and do want fries, they were delicious, but have like 5 of them.
Then after that, we went. Mom and Auntie Simon came to pick us up because we didn't have any cell service by Mount Irvine. Strangely enough, it wasn't working. I was saying no connection or whatever. And Mom and Auntie Simon obviously thought that we were dying or something, because they like dropped everything that they did and they came for us. Finally, they came to pick us up, and we went on an errand with them. And we stayed in the hot flicking car. In the morning it was rainy, but then in the afternoon it got hot as flick. After we finished the errands, we went on a little scenic drive for Auntie Simon to finally get to see Tobago after like 22 years. Yeah, she missed it a lot, and that was part of the video that I lost, but yeah. So we went to visit Pigeon Point, but before we went we got some smoothies at Tobago Vibes. So I lived in Tobago with Seth for about a month and a half. I went to Tobago Vibes a few times, and pretty much they're just like a smoothie place in Tobago. So if you'll ever do really want to go to Tobago and are looking for a smoothie that is not synthetic, they have the options. And then we saw Pigeon Point. We didn't go on the beach, but we went to the beach before, which I think is like Sunset Beach or something, which overlooks Straw Bay Beach and Cocoa Reef and all those places. But yeah, after we did all of those things, we went to the grocery, and we got some stuff at the grocery, and then after the grocery we were heading back home. Pretty much the car exploded on us. Not really. The steering rack kind of went out of whack. It was pretty much a faulty car that we got. So the lovely Jeep that I wanted to drive, I could not drive. We stayed at the side of the highway with our blinkers on, and we waited for another car from the rental place, and we got a Swift, a normal automatic car. It had more space in the back, I must say. My ass had a little bit more room to sit. So that was like the perk of the car, new car, the spare car. So yeah, that happened, and it was quite the excursion. And that obviously didn't stop us, because we were right back to like laughing, and Mommy and Auntie Simon had like a full-on party in the car. They were turning up all that dub music, and Mia and Cassidy were dancing. Mia finally danced. It was quite the scene. And yeah, while we were doing all of that, obviously we were going back to home, and home has a lot of scenic views before we reach home. One thing that I enjoy about Tobago is like the earthiness of it. Definitely looking forward to like each day and what it has to offer. And even though it isn't, always breathtaking what it has to offer, it's always special, because somehow you find yourself closer to nature when you're there. So you appreciate it. I mean, when on our drive we saw a sunset. It wasn't the best sunset ever, but it was just 10 times better than anything that you'll probably get in Trinidad. So we took a video of it, we enjoyed it. It was obviously dark when we reached home, but yeah. What did I say? We were appreciating everything or whatever, right? And then we kind of wound down after the day, and we went to bed. Day 2. I think I did a little intro, and I do have that part, which you all will see now. Good morning, guys. Today is my second day, and as you all would have seen yesterday, nothing was as planned. So I'm not sure what today brings. So I'm not going to tell you any of my ideas that I have for today. As it vlogs, I will upload. You all will see. So I'm looking forward to today. I'm going to drink my coffee and do some of my work that I have pending for school. Make sure that I'm on top of everything so I'm not too overwhelmed during the day. And yeah, I enjoyed that little morning. We limed for a while, and we called some people that were from Trinidad, and we called them to just check up and let them know that we were okay, not dying. Mom was going down the road, and Auntie Simon, Mia, Cassidy, and I had to figure out what we had to do for the day. After we had our relaxing morning, we took a walk on the property where we were staying at, and there's access to a waterfall on the property. We took a walk to the waterfall, pretty much. Then we went back upstairs, and we cooked a little bit, then I had to do some work, but Mummy by then went down the road, so I finished my math before we went anywhere. But ideally when I finished my math, I took the rental car, the spare car, went to Englishman's Bay, which the first time I ever went to Englishman's Bay was with my dad, and it was the most beautiful beach. And I think we went snorkeling, and we saw like manta rays swimming under us, and they were huge, real pretty. It's normally the tourist beach, but this time that we went, it was really, really rough. And it was because like where the water was meeting the sand, it kind of engraved the sand down deep, so you had to like go off of a little precipice to then jump into the waves, and the waves were like maybe 10 foot at some points, maybe more than that, over our heads. So it was, once you were in the water you were okay, but it was not a beach for Cassidy to swim. So I was like, okay, we gotta get out of here. I can't handle holding Cassidy and making sure she's okay in that water, because I could hardly even hold myself up. So we kind of had to leave that beach and hunt for another beach. And hunting slowly turned into scrunting. So we didn't really want to go to Fisherman's Village kind of beach, because then you have all the men that you have to deal with. Yes, that's a thing. If you come into Trinidad or Tobago, you have to deal with the men sweet talking you and whatever, and we just weren't feeling for the hassle. So then we went down to Palatuve, which is where we were staying, that beach. And we thought that Englishman's Bay was bad. Palatuve, it was really bad. So pretty much the precipice that it just kind of sunk 6 foot down. So you just be walking on the beach, and then all of a sudden you reach the water, and then there's a sink. And when I mean a sink, it's like sink into loose sand, so you can get a foot in, and the waves are pulling you out, and it was just. But we were at that point very frustrated. We really wanted to go to the beach. We didn't get to go to the beach really for the time that we were there, and we were like, you know what, we'll stayed at Palatuve Beach, but the entire beach had no trees to sit under, so there was no shade. So we found this small coconut tree, like literally maybe 3 foot tall, and we all like scrunted underneath the flicking tree, squished up together, trying to get some shade and enjoying the beach as it was. We found 2 dogs. They had a river. I got stuck in the sand with the rental car. It was a little terrifying. I lived in the end. Auntie Simone pushed me out. So it was an excursion. But we reached back home. Mia got a tan because of the beach, not having any shade really. So that was a good thing that came out of the day. It was a good day. It was a good day. Very adventurous. Lots of stuff happened. We went to the pool. When we reached home, we kind of wound down like that.
Gloria, I think Mr. Moto likes you.
I like a bit. You're gonna run in. You fall ahead.
She's landing.
But yeah, we went to the pool. Day 3, our last day here. It started a little late because I had a class that literally went on for 3 hours, so I had to complete everything before we went anyway. And having the long morning with me doing work, even though it was a long morning, it was the last day, so it's not like we were going to spend the rest of the day at home doing nothing. We had to make sure we got the most of the last day. I feel like that last day was a lot. I think it took a lot of energy out of us. We had a lot of internal decisions that we had to make towards our growth, and I think that those days are always the ones that take a lot of energy out of you. Even though we had a very energy-sucking morning, we had to make sure that we spent the last day fulfilled. So we went for a road trip, kind of. We saw a few other beaches. We stopped for some food. We went to 2 beaches. The first beach that we went to was Bloody Bay Beach. We went onto Bloody Bay. Mia really loved that beach, but it had lots of rocks, and I was getting on real skitsitch because every time I touched the rock, I don't know, I don't like to touch things in the water that aren't sand. Yeah. So Mia was making fun of me because I kept screaming bloody murder in Bloody Bay. because I was touching rocks in the sand that literally only had a little bit of like moss on them, and I shouldn't have gone on like that, but it was hilarious. It was funny. Like, I could laugh at myself. So we went to Bloody Bay, and then we went back to Englishman's Bay. We went back to Englishman's Bay before the daylight kind of subsided, just to go in line with our neighbors that are up there where we were staying in Palatouve. But as y'all remember, this is the beach that had the 10-foot, maybe more waves. I finally went in. Cassidy came in with me for a short time, but I almost drowned a few times. I hit a rock in the water. I thought that I was going to die, but I didn't. And I got a lot of sand everywhere in my bathing suit. So yeah, that was pretty much it. So we went to 2 beaches that last day. Then we came back home and we went into the pool. It was fun. All of us went into the pool. Mom finally went into the water. I didn't think she went in the water for the entire time that we were there, so because she had so many things to do. So she finally got to go in the water with us, and we enjoyed the last night there. Obviously the stars were vibrant as ever, because up there in the bush, you know, there's no surrounding light, and you could see every single star, even the Milky Way. It was the perfect way to end the Tobago trip. We finished that day, we packed up everything, and then in the morning we had to wake up really, really early. I think I woke up around, I put my alarm on for 5 o'clock, but I woke up at 5:30, and I just got dressed because I packed everything the night before. It was a really pretty morning. I got a little shot of the big tree. I'll show you the location of the tree if you'll ever want to go visit it. But yeah, it was a really nice morning. We went onto the boat, we took gravel, and I don't know, I think it was because I stay away from medicine like for a while that gravel really hit all of us. Me, I didn't vomit, nobody vomited, we all sat in the back of the boat. Tip, sit in the back of the boat, not in the front of the boat, because if you go in the front of the boat, you're bound to feel sick or vomit. But we enjoyed it. We enjoyed our entire trip to Tobago, and I hope that you all enjoyed my storytelling of my trip to Tobago. Oh yeah, before I start my work, I just have to tell you thanks for following along thus far. I hope that y'all are looking forward to my next video, that I actually produce content that y'all look forward to. Y'all can go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because that would be great to have more subscribers. If you want to like the video, that will also be great, because then it shows me that, you know, y'all are enjoying the content, and that helps me get motivated to go forward. I don't know if I'm gonna be posting every week. I really want to try to push myself to do it, but at the same time I feel like if I push to make a video as quantity instead of quality, so it might not be every week. What I might do instead as filler is like a podcast with whoever is gonna be on the podcast with me. For now, I will leave y'all here. I hope that you'll have a good rest of the week that's coming, because today is Sunday for y'all, and yeah, peace.